man, goes into the motion. Here's the two-strike pitch. Swung on, hit on the ground toward first. Milner has the ball. Looks to McGraw. It's over. The New York Mets have won the pennant. The New York Mets have won the pennant.
Fastball is a high drive into deep left center field. Buckner goes back to the fence. It is gone.
Here's a pitch on the way. A swing and a belt. Left field. Way back. Blue Jays win it. The Blue Jays are World Series champions as Joe Carter hits a three-run home run in the ninth inning, and the Blue Jays have repeated as World Series champions.
The Giants throw. Swing and a miss, and that's it. The Giants, for the first time in 52 years, the Giants are world champions as they come pouring out of the dugout.
The 1-2. Breaking ball toward left field. Hugging the line. This one's got a chance to go. Goal! Big fly for Albert Pujols. Number 600.
1-2. Chop up the middle. Rojas to the first. There it is. There it is. It's a Marlins win. And for the first time in 17 years, the Marlins are going to the postseason.
Oh, baby, let's do it again.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to an Orange Friday. We got updates. We got off-season updates. It's actually been a pretty cold stove so far, but a few moves for the San Francisco Giants. Some rumors regarding Juan Soto. How much is he going to cost? The off-season has begun. Stephen Dre should have released him. Probably talking about my friend Mike Yastrzemski. The Giants have indeed come to an agreement avoiding arbitration. Mike Yastrzemski appears to be currently in the plans for the Giants in 2025. Also agreed to terms with right-handed pitcher Austin Warren, and they have also tendered contracts to Camilo Doval, Tyler Rogers, Lamont Wade Jr. So those three should be back, but they still have to figure out the contract and try to avoid arbitration there. But two guys that were not tendered a contract, Ethan Small, Kai-Wei Tang. Kai-Wei Tang was terrible. Anytime we gave him a chance, he wasn't that great in AAA. The roster stands at 39 at the moment. We have Easy E. Louis V. Hello, all Giants fans. To all the good people in the chat, happy Orange Friday. Happy holidays. Holiday season is here. Christmas time is here again. USMC Reaper torn and on has kind of glad YAZ stayed. Alyssa Nakken has left the building. She's heading to the Cleveland Guardians. We could start there just to talk about that. Obviously, she's the assistant coach. Normally probably wouldn't make headlines, but for obvious reasons, she's making headlines on her move out of the Bay Area, heading to Cleveland. First woman coach in a Major League Baseball game. And I didn't think she'd be gone. I was like, man, Alyssa Nakken, Giants are never going to get rid of her. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if they just decided to part ways mutually or she decided to move on. Whatever the case, she's heading to Cleveland to be the assistant director of player development for the Guardians, who obviously had a great run last year under Stephen Vogt. And if she cares about winning, if she cares about, which I assume she does, if she wants to her team to be competing in October, if she wants to be a part of that, a World Series run, unfortunately, she might have made the right move. Because the Cleveland Guardians, I think, are going to be good again next year. And she's heading that way. She's heading to Cleveland. We thank Alyssa Nakken for her incredible contribution to the San Francisco Giants for trailblazing a path for women in sports. Giants said her leadership, dedication, and passion for the game have inspired countless individuals, and her impact has been truly transformative for the Giants organization and the baseball community. As she embarks on this exciting new chapter in her career, we have no doubt that she will continue to inspire and achieve great things. We wish her and her family nothing but the best. Second woman hired by the Guardians as an on-field coach in 2023. They brought in Amanda Kamakona as the hitting development coach for its year-round training academy in Goodyear. And she was the assistant hitting coach at AA Akron. Very, very good. Congratulations to Alyssa Nakken heading to a team that can compete. Is the Giants going to be that team? It's not known. United States Marine Corps Reaper, I think, was taking the idea he's going rotational just in certain lineups. Like to see YAZ back. YAZ is back, oh yeah. And he'll be taking healthy hacks, oh yeah. Stephen Dre, so Buster coming in and keeping all the guys that are proven losers. Oh, great. Yes, it will be fun to see YAZ strike out 200 times again. Did he strike out 200 times? Did he actually strike out 200 times last year? I don't think so. Let me look at the stats. 124, right? 124 strikeouts. Strikeouts, 124. But that's only in 474 at-bats. If he would have played a full season, he would have gotten dangerously close to 200. Dangerously close to 200. Things are changing at Giants. Buster making old Farhan moves. I don't see her doing much. Giants made her hype. I'm not sure about Yaz returning to the Giants. That really concerns me. Just because he's returning doesn't necessarily mean we ain't going to sign someone else. She got the hype and moved to the next DEI team hire. Sounds like a higher position to me. Is that right? Sounds like it. Sounds like it. Thank God. Yeah, it was a move up. It's the letter V, bro, not the numeral. Louis V. My bad. It's funnier to say Louis the Fifth, man, isn't it? You can't be named Louis and put a V and think someone's not going to say Louis the Fifth. Let's just keep it all the way 100. But I'll keep that in mind for next time. Louis V. Congratulations to her. I wish her the best. My screen is tiny, and I mean tiny. What were we talking about? I'm not really sure. But the Giants have made some other moves, like I said. Mike Yastrzemski agrees to a one-year contract, $9.25 million. And that's just a one-year deal. Mike Yastrzemski is pulling in. It's mind-blowing how much these players make. The fact that Mike Yastrzemski is making $9 million. I remember $9 million in my lifetime. There were guys that like Nolan Ryan wasn't making $9 million. I think Nolan Ryan would make like $8 million. We thought at the time, me and my friends and stuff like that, was like couldn't even compute. I want to see when that was. Maybe it wasn't even $9 million. It was like $3 million. Actually, $4 million. Yeah, 1992, he made Nolan Ryan made $4 million. And we thought, dude, that was just amazing. We're not even talking about four. He's more than doubled that. Eric, you were talking about someone striking. Oh, they're saying Mike Yastrzemski. Mike Yastrzemski does tend to strike out a little more than I would like. If we're being all the way real, he will be better than an average outfielder. Like he's got a positive WAR every year, 2.6, 2.7, 2.5, 2, 2.4, 2.1. He's a good, solid player, but he's someone you probably don't want him to be your best outfielder. You want him to be an outfielder. It's nice to have him, but we definitely need to upgrade somewhere. We can't just bring back the band and think we're gonna, be great. But hit 231 last year. On base percentage just over 300, 18 home runs. But he does play good defense. He's been the longest tenured Giant, and so it's nice to have someone who's been here a long time. He's a nice guy, but we definitely need to do more. There's no doubt about that. Also, Austin Warren. Now, for all you don't remember Austin Warren, he obviously didn't play a massive role last year. Pitched in just 6 games, but he did have a 1.69 ERA, pitched very well in those 6 games. Mostly last year was pitching in the minor leagues or rehabbing. I think he had some injuries, but he's got some good stuff. We'll see how that goes. Gotta love the pay in 2024. Inflation, it's nuts. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. The fact that Mike Yastrzemski, and I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, the market decides. But Mike Yastrzemski's getting $9.5 million. I don't even think, what was Barry Bonds getting on a yearly basis on that first, like 12 even? Oh, we can look that up. Like, what was Bonds getting on that very first Giants contract? I don't think it was, if I can find it. Yeah, he was getting $4 million his first year, 5, and then, oh, geez, where'd it go? And then he was getting $8 million. He was getting about the same as YAZ his first few years with the Giants. Isn't that insane? Barry Bonds was getting $8.5 million. That's how times have changed. How times have changed. I want to thank Alyssa Nakken for her contribution, being a trailblazer of the Giants and the first woman to be a baseball coaching staff. I have nothing but the best in a future endeavor. 100%. I was a little bit surprised to hear that, but I don't think she's going to make or break the team. You know who's going to make or break the team? And I like her and everything, but we need superstars. Super freaking stars. Right now, the guy out there is Juan Soto. The Giants, I don't think, are really a team that anyone expects Soto to sign with. And I kind of think that's sad that the Giants are never, we kind of get a mention with these guys. We were in on Judge, kind of. We were in on Bryce Harper, kind of. We were definitely in on Correa. Even signed Correa. Correa was at the hotel waiting for the press conference. It was a wrap. And it didn't work out. But he's looking at $500 million to get Juan Soto. $500 million plus for Juan Soto. And so, it could be $675 million, just unheard of money. And when you start talking about the Dodgers who don't even have to pay for Ohtani's huge salary until later on in the future, it's all deferred. It's scary stuff. It's scary to think that he could go to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I wonder if they have like favorites, like odds. Of where he'll sign. Just out of curiosity. It looks like the Giants. Wait, here we have it. Okay, these are the odds. Giants made the list. Giants made the list. Plus 2,000. That's not good odds. I'll just tell you. Basically, they think the odds are like 1 in 200, like less than 1% chance. You bet $100, you'll win $2,000. But anyway, the Yankees are the favorites, then the Mets, then the Dodgers, then the Cubs, and they're not very likely, then the Blue Jays, then the Giants. Those are the odds right now via DraftKings for where Juan Soto will land. Giants made the list, though. Corbin Burns, Blake Snell. How did Giants don't even make the list for Blake Snell when that was his last team? That's wild. Pete Alonso's Giants he made the list, even though I think Wade will be back. But if you can get Alonso, you get Alonso. But it is what it is, man. I have to make a bet on us. Yes, bet $100 or even bet $10. And maybe you don't have to bet 100. What's up, Felix Orozco? Go Giants. Feeling a little better about the likelihood of Juan Soto to hear more about Posey. And yeah, if you missed it, Will Clark. There may be some language here. A
strike, guess what? You're starting to get back into the at-bat. You're getting back into the count. And so, you try to talk to people about that now, and they're like, we don't need to do that. I'm swinging for the fences. I'm like, yeah, it's because you're a fucking asshole. You don't want to hit 300. You don't want to help your teammates out, and you don't care about striking out. That's why you strike out 150 times and hit 230, 240. So all of you guys in the major leagues that hit 230, 240, 15 homers, 45 RBIs, strike out 150 times, Fuck you, motherfuckers. You guys are not hitters. There you go. Boom. That one.
You're saying there's a chance Will Clark, I hope you guys can hear that one. Will Clark telling it like it is. Will Clark is not playing. And he talked about Posey, and he talked about the fact that, there's my video. He talked about the fact that they would call him and slap him on the wrist when he would start giving truth bombs about the analytical stuff.
When you walked into the San Francisco Giants clubhouse in the past, you walk in. The first door on your right-hand side is Mike Murphy's office, who has been there 65 years working for the San Francisco Giants. He's the equipment manager. On the left is the manager and the coaches and all that, right? Then you got to go through this little hallway, and it's all pictures of Hall of Famers in San Francisco Giant history before you get into the clubhouse. Well, the previous regime not only got rid of Mike Murphy, they took his office and knocked out a wall, and they put all the stat meatheads right there. So now when you walk, oh, and by the way, they took all of the Hall of Famers down and everything down. So now when you walk in, it's some freaking graffiti on the wall. Then you got the stat guys. Then over here is the manager, and the stat guys are always in the manager's office. And I'm like, this is not right. This is not right at all. Hey, look, if you're going to be the guy that's going to tell the manager who to play, why to play him, and all that sort of stuff, well, then when it goes south, you need to answer the call too as well. And guess what? The San Francisco Giants even called me up and freaking slapped me on the freaking hand about this too. So now that Buster has come out and, reiterated kind of what I said, I don't get no slaps on the hand no more. Imagine that.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Farhan Zaidi. I may have to make a bet. What's up? You're saying there's a chance. Love this man even more. Doing Will the Pill got a potty mouth. You can can't trash tradition like that. You cannot trash tradition like that. They came in full on computers, tore all that stuff down, and thought that they were going to win a World Series playing PS5 up in here like it's a video game. And it ain't happening. And if Farhan Zaidi experiment was a failure, unless one of these guys he drafted in the last couple of years turns out to be a big superstar for us, then I would say it was a complete failure. I mean, a couple of draft picks turned out okay, which, what the heck happened to my freaking camera? What the hell happened to the gosh dang camera? Okay, can you hear me? We're back. We're back. We're back. I don't know what happened to the camera. That's never happened before. That's never happened before. But as I was saying, I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, we got a new regime now. We got a new front office. We should have never hired the owners. We had Sabian. We won 3 freaking World Series. We won a World Series in 2014. We had a couple of rough years, actually made the playoffs in 16. The bullpen got bad, had a couple of rough years, and they just changed everything. No. That was not a smart move. Basically, I believe to this day, we got rid of Bruce Bochy. I don't know. I know he retired. I think they took him in the office, said, we're getting rid of you. Teams are going with younger managers, and we're going to get rid of you, so we will let you retire. We will let you retire, save some face. Because even then, he went to manage the French team in like the World Baseball Classic, and as soon as he got a chance, as soon as a team like the Rangers wanted to go old school with a manager, he was back as a manager, and he won a World Series. And he's going to the Hall of Fame. So Walker Buehler, that would be not a bad idea. He's healthy again, I think, for a 1-year contract. Put him in the rotation, 4th, 5th in the rotation, and maybe even higher if he earns it. But Walker Buehler is good. So I think they got rid of everyone after just 2 tough seasons, which was 2017 and 2018. 2017 and 2018 were not good years. And they decided to change everything by bringing in Farhan Zaidi, going full analytics, thinking he came from the Dodgers. You know why the Dodgers were so good? It ain't because of Farhan freaking Zaidi. Back then when Zaidi was with the Dodgers, back in 2016, 2017, 2018, why were the Dodgers good? Cody Bellinger, Corey Seager, Justin Turner, Jock Peterson, Yasiel Puig, Chase Utley, Clayton Kershaw, Kenta Maeda, Hyunjin Ryu, Yu Darvish. I'm running out of fingers. Walker Buehler, speaking of him, they had a freaking team back then. And they've only gotten better since then, roster-wise. ¿Qué onda, carnal? Buenas noches. RBJR. RBJR. ¿Qué onda? Bienvenido y gracias por el apoyo. Lo agradezco muchísimo. Hoy estamos hablando sobre los Gigantes que acaba de firmar el Miguel Yastrzemski. Miguel Yastrzemski va a volver a los Gigantes y $9 millones. $9 million, and he's back. And right now, the outfield is shaping out to be Mike Yastrzemski, Elliot Ramos, and Jung-Hoo Lee. Now, Grant McCray is right now the 4th outfielder. What do you guys think of this outfield? Not to mention Gerard Encarnacion could play a role. Left field, we got Ramos and Encarnacion. Center field, McCray, Ramos, YAZ, Lee. Right field, YAZ, Encarnacion, Ramos. I would say the main three. Right, this has Grant McCray as the top guy in center. I would say it'll be Ramos, Yastrzemski, and Jung-Hoo Lee would be my big three. But, of course, if McCray earns more playing time, that's fine. The infield, right now, we don't have a shortstop unless it's going to be Tyler Fitzgerald. We don't have a second baseman unless you want Brett Wisely. This team, and I love Brett Wisely, and I love my man Tyler Fitzgerald. Solid guys. Casey Schmidt, we're just waiting to see if he's the real deal, Holyfield, or not. And it's kind of looking like maybe not. Wilmer Flores had a rough year, and we don't know what he's got left in the tank. Okay, Lamont Wade's solid on base guy, and then you have Patrick Bailey, and Patrick Bailey went into a massive, horrific slump last year. He really fell apart, and I love Patrick Bailey. This is not going to fly. This team needs serious upgrades offensively. Who do you think the Giants' new first base coach is going to be? I don't know. Do we not have? It was Mark Hallberg. Is Mark Hallberg? Didn't he switch to? Mark Hallberg is still here, so I think it'll probably be Hallberg, or was he? Yeah, Hallberg at first and Matt Williams at third. I hope. They ain't getting rid of Matt Williams, right? Matt Williams is still here. Yeah, so I think the Hallberg is still here. What happened to my streams in Spanish? La verdad es que, aunque sí puedo hablar español durante todo el stream, el problema es que la mayoría de la gente que está aquí escuchando no habla español y por eso se va a ir. Se va a ir y vamos a tener 2 o 3 personas máximo. Desafortunadamente, aunque sí puedo empezar otro canal puro español, sí puedo. I can start a new channel, nothing but Spanish. It's your settings. I'm excited to see Lee back and what he can do. Yaz retired. We got a super chat, the first of the night, maybe the only of the night, but I'll take it. It is from Wolf3100 with the super chat. We're going to show the home run clip. I haven't played this one in a while. Got you right there. Schmidt will come around. I need him on our dads work together. Wait. I need him to our dads work together. There's a real chance for a free swag. United States Marine Corps, keep it Fitzy. He can return. Fitzy can get hot. He can get hot. When he's hot, Fitzy is the next Barry Bonds. When he's hot. Wade and Flores for another season. Those that hate YAZ are going to stay mad. Yes, they are. Those that hate YAZ are going to stay mad. Van a estar enojados. They're going to be very angry. The ones that hate YAZ are going to get upset. Not again. No jalapeño español. Wade is a positive. I hope for. Yeah, look, Wade is a positive because he gets on base. He gets on base. I do like, we talk trash about Moneyball, but I like elements of Moneyball. I like guys that get on base. It's important.
Can't deny it.
It's a big thing. It's just a question of, do we go full Moneyball? No. Even the A's didn't go full Moneyball. Keep in mind, they had Barry Zito. They had Tim Hudson. They had Arm. They had all-star starting pitching. And they had some good players. They brought Dave Justice over. I know he was kind of older at that point, but they had some veteran players. They had some real players. We got another super chat. It's from Wolf again. Estrada posting on IG. He wants to stay in San Francisco. That tells you right there. San Francisco is the place to be. San Francisco is the place to be.
Can't do it.
We're still trying to replace Posey. I'm telling you, we can't do it. We cannot more. Because, I'm sorry, I'm getting into Moneyball here. Because Alyssa Nakken was our first base coach, but Alyssa Nakken wasn't our first base coach, though. She did it filled in a couple of times. Correct me if I'm wrong. She wasn't the first base coach. Was she? She wasn't the first base coach. She wasn't the main first base coach. It was it? I know she did it, filled in a couple times to get her on the field. It was Hallberg. It was Antoine Richardson before that, and then it was Hallberg. And then it was now still Hallberg. Yeah, Richardson got ejected one day, and she went to do it. She rotated in now and then. Yeah. You got to dub over this with our guys and potential guys. I can do that. I can dub over this. Yeah, so she was around. We need guys who can get on base for sure. Right now, keeping it all the way 100, Lamont Wade is probably the best we got at getting on base. Chapman is there mainly for defense and some pop. Good hitter, but not a super high on-base percentage. I could be wrong on that. 364, that's a great on-base percentage. We can get guys with a 360 plus on-base percentage. That would be really nice. Chapman, 328. 328. It's not great, but when you throw in the defense, he's well worth it. When you throw in the power, 27 home runs, by no means am I saying 7 WAR. Dude, Matt Chapman is absolutely vital to this team. But I'm just saying, we could use some guys who can get on base a little more frequently. And we just kind of lack that here. We lack a superstar. We lack an out-and-out 100% superstar. We hoped Elliot Ramos would become that. Elliot Ramos was made the All-Star team, and he's great and love him. He's probably not going to become, the next Judge, the next Trout, the next Soto for that matter, or the next pick someone else, Giancarlo Stanton. You know what I'm saying? So Chapman did play in Oakland. Chapman to Wade mix is godly by AM Echo Sky. Oh, we're coming up already past 30 minutes. I was only going to go about 30 minutes. So if we don't get Soto, I don't think this team is good enough right now. As it stands right now, it's not good enough. We don't even have a middle infield. Brett Wisely, .238, 4 home runs, .278 on base percentage. It's just, I love Brett Wisely. I just don't think he can be our starting second baseman next year. He can be a backup. He can be someone who fills in around the infield at maybe, but I can't. He can't be our starter, right? Not to be mean, like he can't be our starter. Casey Schmidt, I don't think can be our starter. 252 average, 6 home runs, 27 hits last year, only 170. He was mostly in the minor leagues last year. 238 on base, can't even hit 300 on base. Love you, man. Love Casey Schmidt. It ain't gonna fly. Micah, member, 7 months. Brett leaves too many gaps. Estrada can bounce back. And what? Yeah, I'd love to see Ramos prove. No, I mean, I think Ramos is gonna have a nice career. Ramos gonna have a nice career. I'm saying I don't think he's gonna be judgy. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am. I hope he has become a superstar. I hope next year he hits a 280 with 40 home runs. And suddenly Ramos is a name. Schmidt swings it too much. Yeah, no plate discipline there. I'm not trying to trash the team. Wilmer Flores had a rough year last year. Have no clue if he'll bounce back or not. He's not getting any younger. And the catcher's position is not even, we don't even know. Tom Murphy was hurt all year, and Patrick Bailey went into a god-awful slump. The only guys I'm really confident on is Wade Jr. is going to get on base. Matt Chapman's going to play awesome defense. I think Elliot Ramos is going to be solid. I think Grant McCray is exciting, but I can't even say for sure what he's going to bring. And I hope Jung Hoo Lee stays healthy, and I think Jung Hoo Lee is going to be a productive player. Don't know how productive. That's about it. Mike Yastrzemski is going to be Mike Yastrzemski. We know him because he's been here long enough. So Mike's going to be Mike. We don't have enough. Unless you have the best pitching staff in the history of the game, and we don't have that. We have a lot of young guys. We have a lot of injury guys. Robbie Ray, we have projects. We have Hayden Birdsong, who has shown great stuff at times. Other than Logan Webb, though, we don't have a lot of experienced sure things in this rotation. And pitchers are never sure things. They can get hurt. Logan Webb could get hurt. God forbid. Camilo Doval's going to be back. I mean, it's a lot of the same. We got a long off season ahead. Let's hope to see some moves. Let's hope that things change. Tulowitzki. He's got to be 41 years of age. Troy Tulowitzki, 40 years. I was close. 40 years of age. I wonder if Giants can land so. Maybe the 1 year that we've got. Honestly, I think I'm not the only one. I think most Giants fans are kind of like, we're not getting Soto. And that wasn't the case. In the last, we're going back to Bryce Harper, going back to Judge, going back to all the big free agents and Correa, and there's been others. We always think we're going to get him. Even Ohtani last year. I thought Giants could get Ohtani. This is the first year I have like almost no hope. Maybe that means it actually happens. Maybe it happens. Maybe Buster Posey convinces ownership, we got to go for it. And they spend $600 million. And Juan Soto comes to the Bay Area. Is it possible in the chat, or am I dreaming? Is it possible? Oh, someone will go. Wolf! Flores will bounce back. I spoke to him a few times, and he's keeping his head up. Oh, you got that kind of connection? Can we get him on the show? Orange Friday, ladies and gents. I do appreciate everyone jumping in today. So just to recap the news, the Giants have tendered contracts to Camilo Doval, Tyler Rogers, and Lamont Wade, which means they basically offered them arbitration, which means they want to keep them, and are trying to work out a deal right now with Doval, Rogers, and Wade Jr., which means they'll be back more than likely. And they also did agree to a contract with Austin Warren and Mike Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski is going to be back unless they trade him or something, but based on the fact that they agreed to terms on a one-year deal, I don't think they're trading him. They did not offer contracts to Ethan Small and Kaiwei Tang, so they're probably going to become free agents. Alyssa Nakken has signed to go be part of the Cleveland Guardians, so she's going to be living in Cleveland. Good luck with that. And just kidding with Cleveland. I don't know too much about Cleveland. I know it doesn't have a great reputation. And that's it. That's the news. And we're still waiting on the Soto contract, but rumors are he's looking for a 14-year deal, north of $500 million. $500 million. Well, it's about like 14 years, about 45 million per season. So if that was the half, 14 years times 45 is $630 million. Million. $630 million. Dreaming. There's a path if he's recruited right. There's a path. Carl Yastrzemski has over 400 home runs. Mike won't even reach 200. I mean, no, Mike ain't no Carl. Carl Yastrzemski is a Hall of Famer. Carl Yastrzemski is one of the greatest of all time. Carl Yastrzemski is a legend. Mike made it to the big leagues, though, and he's a productive big leaguer. And I guarantee you, Carl could not be prouder. Carl could not be prouder of his grandkid. I mean, that's because you never can expect someone to reach the heights that, it has happened before. Obviously, Bobby Bonds was a great player, has a kid, and Barry Bonds becomes one of the greatest of all time. And then Barry Bonds' kids doesn't even play professional baseball. So you never know. You only get half of the genes. That's what I always say. Marry another athlete. Marry another athlete. I don't know who Mike married, but if I'm Mike, I'm looking for an athlete to marry. Tell you where you can produce one of the greatest players to ever live. Wolf. Is McCray the guy they pushed fast, Eric, or is that another guy? I think we had a two-way hitting bombs. Am I wrong? No, McCray they pushed pretty fast. They pitched him fast, and they pushed Meckler real fast. And Wade, I haven't given up on Wade Meckler. You guys remember Wade? He's not even in the rotation right now, if you will. He's not even in the depth chart. But Wade Meckler was injured a lot of last year. My man can hit, dude. My man can rake. He's got a minor league career 328 batting average. And he's only had 56 big league at bats, just a very small sample. Giants don't need to forget about Wade. Don't forget about Wade. I wish Dusty Baker, Will Clark, and Ron Wotus helped the boys in the slumps. We need to bring in all of the legends that are still interested in working for this team. The Will Clarks of the world, JT Snow. Is JT Snow still working with the Giants? I don't even know. I know he was in the front office or something at some point. Oh, he's first base coach for the Oakland Ballers. I didn't even know that. Oakland Ballers. That's crazy. You go to an Oakland Ballers game, you can get JT Snow's autograph. He needs to play for that team. Will said batting practice mandatory. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my camera. We're having technical difficulties with the camera. So I'm out. I'm out of here. Hunter Pence is another guy. I don't know if he's a legend, a Giants legend. I mean, maybe. 2 World Series, right? Came over in 2012, helped the Giants win a World Series. Played for how many years with the Giants? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because he came back in 2020. 8 years with the Giants, Hunter Pence. Is he going to be on the Giants Wall of Fame? He will be on the Giants Wall of Fame because he was an all-star with the Giants. So I think the rules are like 9 years or 5 and an all-star team. So Buster Pence will be on the Wall of Fame someday. And I like that hat Will Clark was wearing, that 22 hat. I mean, to give me one of those. Pablo, Belt, Craw, Brandon Crawford. He's probably still trying to play, but my man, Brandon, it's a tough reality check, man, when your career comes to an end, when you go out and you hit 169 after hitting 194. Brandon Crawford is not going to play next year unless he wants to play AAA. which maybe he does. You know, all power, more power to you. If you want to, you just love the game and you want to play and you want to play in AAA just to hope to get called up, more power to you. I don't have any problem with it. I'm just saying, I don't think he wants to play AAA, so he's probably not. He's probably going to retire. Brandon Crawford probably going to retire. And you know, Brandon Crawford had a great career. Not a Hall of Fame career, but a great career. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. And that's all I got for you. But Mike Yastrzemski's back. Today's baseball card of the day. Mike Yastrzemski wanted for a home run robbery. Last seen San Francisco. That's a big league card right there. I don't even have that card. Not an expensive card, but a bomb card. Need to pick that one up. Mike Yastrzemski. Have a wonderful day. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you for hitting that like button. Wander Franco. We'll have to get his stats from the prison team and see how he does on the prison team. Okay? And we'll keep an eye on those stats on the Dominican Republic Penal League. Other than that, have a great day. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. And we will talk to you in the next stream. See ya.
Come, baby, let's do it again.
One.